Greetings all, welcome to another edition of Doing Stuff in My Basement. In this case, we're going to be assembling at least a Geeetech, depending on how you want to say the name of the company, A10M. Lets you print two colors at once and blend them together, kind of. That's the plan, at least. This printer has been sitting just like this, being used as a table in my hallway for the last probably 2 years, maybe. It was bought. Another thing that I bought for a project that there was a plan in place, and then it didn't really happen that way, and it was kind of like a bad memory, so it got pushed aside. So now it's back at the front and the star of tonight's show, because God knows it isn't me. So, and now I'm going to be looking around the box for a while because my main monitor sits down off the table there to stay out of the way of the camera. So I want to say hi to Gregory that's here. How you doing? Thanks for stopping in again. And Mr. Buttram, Boiler Ram, is here. Yes, it's an old print. This is new old stock, man. If you sold this on eBay, called it new old stock, NOS, that would give it an extra boost. Get that? An extra boost, and I could probably charge even more for it. As it is, it's a print that's been sitting around for 2 years. The newer version is probably of this one has some parts upgraded in it, which always makes me feel better. And so this one's just going to get it the way it is, and there's a couple things I will do to it if it works fairly okay. Tonight's goal is to get it put together and not make this too late of a night because it's been a long day already. It's an old printer just like me. Man, shots are flying already. That's good. Hey, the happy extruders there. How's Ron doing tonight? Last night's winner of stickers. Friendly reminder. Let's put a banner on the bottom that'll remind people. Ryan, is the sound okay on the music? Can you even hear it? Because last night I don't think I could even hear it, which might be okay with some people, but you know. If you put hashtag stickers in the chat on whichever platform you're on, you will be in the draw to win the giveaway tonight, which is 3 stickers, because, you know, it's just me. I can't give away cool stuff. Can't hear the music. See, that's what I was thinking yesterday, is that it got turned down and got... Here's my custom soundboard, aka an iPad, which is... And I had on my screen last night to draw up a bracket to mount it up here so I could see it better. Can you hear it now? It's hard to hit that line between. Hey there, Maker Viking. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for stopping in, or morning, whatever. No, it's still just late night for you, right? Which in your world is kind of the same. Anyways, if you can let me know, did the music come up or not? You have music? Is it an acceptable level? Because my 0 to 10 control is pretty thin on this one. We'll hope it's okay. If it's too bad, just somebody yell. If it's too loud, it drowns me out because, you know. Hoo-ha, it's Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Made it through another week. It's low to acceptable. Okay, let's go with that for a little while and see if that works for people. Thank you. Tonight's other big event is I moved this monitor up higher so I can see it so that the bar of the lamp isn't in the way. Wow, groundbreaking stuff here. So, okay, let's start by, I know it doesn't fit in frame. That camera's really crooked because I gotta turn the box 5 degrees to get it to show. All right, let's get into this thing. Obviously, I opened the box back when I first got it for one reason that I remember. It was a while ago. And that's because I ordered their fake BL Touch, what they call it, 3D Touch, on it. And I just wanted to make sure it was in the box. Like 2 years ago, another $30, $40 is going to make any difference on this thing. But anyways, got the instruction sheet, which we need because that's all you get with this. Oh, sorry about that. I watched Practical Printing, Krusty's video on double speed last night. I don't know, recently anyways, to get a quick overview of what this was again, what all was involved. And here's the aforementioned 3D Touch. Now, all the videos I saw on how to install this, like what the catch to it was, seemed to indicate that you just plugged it in and away it goes. But when I look at this one, it comes with a little bag with all the little crimp-on connectors and everything to wire it the way you want. And I was like, And you know what I don't see in this package? Any instructions on which wire goes where. So I'm suspecting that that's going to be a potential issue with this. Although, maybe they're just spare ends. Let's live on the edge. Let's open the package right now. Maybe we don't even need those. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the ends are on it. Okay, it's not so bad then. All right, that goes in the spare pile for now. Let's see if we can get the thing to work at all first. I guess we'll find out quick if the firmware's set the right way. Here's one of the extruders. Who's come in? So many improvements. Non-fam, how are you? Thanks for stopping in again. Always good to see you. And 3D-Matic Vince. I know, it's a big box, man. It's a big box. Surprisingly packed well. Was it last night? I thought, I wonder exactly where that machine is. And then I found it. It was being used as a table. So it was hidden well. Nobody could have found it if they would have broken to steal it at least. Here's their kind of Titan clone extruder that they include with this. There's two of them, of course. Oh, that white stuff. It's foam fuzzies. And so we're going to see how it works. I haven't seen a whole lot of complaints about these. We're missing one of the bolts and T-nuts already. They may be in the bottom there. So put one of those over there. Oh, maybe they only come with one. This one's missing one too. Or person number 2 that installs them didn't put them on enough and they all fell off. I'm not sure. That's weird. Maybe there's only one. Oh no, here they are. Oh, there's 1. 2. And there's 1. There's one thing I used to use all the time, and I keep forgetting to pull it out. I had to clean some old projects out of it. Camping, well, this isn't a camping anyways. Egg cartons. This one's got a handle, so it must have been meant for in a fridge, but it's a great way to keep your stuff straightened out when you're doing one of these. Okay, I believe we're still short. Oh, no, there it is. Found it. I know. I was waiting for somebody to say it. Thank you, Ryan, for finishing that up. No, you don't, Ryan. You don't wish that. No, you do not wish that you had tables that printers that turned into tables and vice versa. Trust me, this is one of the goals of this was to get my act together and get doing some projects, and part of the reason was to organize space better. Not that I have a plan exactly where this is going to sit once I put it together, but that's coming. I think it's time to use up some of my I might even still be using 2019 vacation. I didn't use any last year. So take a week off and do the print room top to bottom again. It's never really been done right. See? I'm not alone. Well, we may not see how it prints too much tonight, because there's no instructions on what you have to do, so I'm hoping there's at least some sample code on the card or something that I can use for today. But if not, I have not done any planning on getting a slicer set up for this. Says I have a desk that turned into 3D printers, ... Waiting for the punchline. Usually the only way I can get a desk that would turn into 3D printers would be to sell a desk. Here's the clips for the glass top that's probably in here, I hope, somewhere. There is a metal flex plate kicking around somewhere for this. I think it's upstairs. That's a later project. I want to try it as it comes out of the box. Here's the custom deluxe. Yeah, I guess it's on the good side. Controller for it. Display. So somebody made a comment about the little, not my favorite either. But anyways, interesting. We'll see how it goes. I remember when these first came out, there was lots of discussion about how the pictures on the website showed it assembled one way, and the reality was it was shown wrong in the picture on the website at the time. It looks like they fixed all that. So, okay, it's interesting. Okay, I'm kind of confused. Why do we need these binder clips to hold the bed on if it seems to be stuck to the bed? I was going to get rid of it and just do the magnet thing later, but I guess, why do you need the clips if it's glued on? Maybe that was an afterthought. Or maybe this is farther down the line of, these companies always kind of iterate their design as they go along, right? This may be just farther down the iteration path. I'll sit that there and hope that I don't knock it off. Okay, listen to the squeal. Until I hit it with the thing again. Okay. There's a couple of block washers in the foam as well that came off. So it's good to know. We got them back. It's handy. I never would have known. We have a power cord. And it's the right one. No punchline. Oh man. Non-Fam says the mixing of color is nice on that printer. I saw some beautiful results on Facebook. Okay, we have to review. Not everything you see on Facebook is true. In this case, it probably was, but just be careful. I agree with you there. The only thing with this one is it's not on a movable, flexible part. It's just running from the board in the power box to the display. I'd rather it be a proper ribbon cable, with individual wires. You can see that they were there, that had some flex to it. This one's just flat. No, it's not stuck. That's possible. It's possible it's just stuck there from being in the box for 2 years. Pretty sure it's fall of 2018 I bought this, so I'm correct my math. We have, hey, a 1 gigabyte SD card. Spared no expense there. I've got some smaller ones in my collection and stuff. Some nuts and bolts, a couple of runout sensors, and not sure what that is when there's only one. Oh, that's the guide to the top of the Z rod. Whoa, this is cool. This is interesting. We've got, look at that. We've got, wait, there's, no, it's not blue filament. There it is. We've got 2 colors of filament. No, yeah, that's filament. Yeah, it is. 2 colors of PLA. High quality, saleable product, it says. Print doesn't lie. And this one's in a Ziploc bag, so I'm sure it'll be in perfect shape. It's been in a quality controlled environment for a couple of years at least. Standard USB cable. Some PTFE tube. Some blue gap filler. 2 pieces of PTFE tube to be replaced probably with matching blue stuff later. Parts for the that's weird. That it has layer lines on it, but it's really, there's no way they printed. They must have cast them or something, injection molded them with lines off of a print or something. There's no way a company like this can afford to print those. Just doesn't make any sense when everything else is molded. Bag of screws and bolts. Apparently mostly not needed from what I remember. Which always makes you think that you didn't get some feature that you're supposed to. So that's what makes me think. And the use them once. Hopefully, then they go in the spare pile for when you're desperate another day. Tools. Yeah. At least what you're doing, you can use bigger ones. I remember is it the Elegoo, the Mars? Can be wrong here. I think it's the Mars. It only likes, like really, truly, the 4 gigabyte USB stick is perfect for it. Once you get into the 8s and 16s, they kind of get flaky. It's like it doesn't have enough RAM on the board to buffer the folders or something. I don't know. Just doesn't like them. Yeah, decent cards are good. Hey there, Mr. Mosier. How are you doing? Have you recuperated from your afternoon fun time there? Slamming the band hammer left and right? I got a whole bag of screws. That's right. A whole bag of them. Okay, put this thing out of here. One power supply. Switch to the wrong side. Anything will do. So we pick up the wrong thing. Set it to the right one. Oh, I haven't done that in a long time. Usually stuff comes the right way, but of course this was old, so it's been 2 years. And an interesting power connector. I forget what they call those, but should do the job. Somebody will know. And here's one of the most popular things in the whole kit. The Geeetech. Ooh, they have an app. Easy Print 3D app. I don't think there's Wi-Fi in this one, so I'm not sure what that's going to be good for. I'm going to download it on my phone, and then how am I going to get it to a SD card? But you know, we won't question their total plan. Maybe they make other products that do that kind of thing better. There's a piece of paper on top of the rails. I know what we're going to do with that later. Got that one. I think they're protecting the things that protect the grooves for. One of them, and that should be everybody. I've said that before and had to go back to the box, but let's just try not to nail the camera this time. Any of the cameras. Hey. You took a bit of a nap, did you? It is mentally tiring trying to watch the chat and pick out who the troublemakers are, especially with, what did they peak at? Did you happen to notice how high the viewership was during Joel's stream today? I'm thinking it was a little bit higher than 6, but it was over 2,000, high 2,000s at one point, but I don't know how far it got. I forgot to check. Yeah, I still use a mouse pad. Like a year ago at work, there's one on my desk. I assume it's still there. I don't know. I don't care. But because they have company logos on them. Yeah, I use desk pads and mouse pads depending on what machine I'm on. Here I don't need anything because, you know, trackballs. Again, old. Getting a theme here. Wow, really at over 3,200 people watching. It's kind of fun. I liked it. Made me laugh out loud a couple of times, so that's always good. Sometimes from the comments in the chat. I thought it was fun. Good time was had by all, as they say. Except a couple of people that got timed out. I know one thing I learned today. Eddie is way faster on the band hammer than I am. He must have faster internet than me. By the time I read the thing, I went, ah, shit, click. User was timed out by Eddie. Okay, you know why I use a trackball? Because you can't lose the damn thing as easy. The main reason I don't use wireless mice is because, like, 10 years ago, I'd be sitting on the couch with a laptop and a mouse, and a wireless mouse, and, like, the dog would come up and knock it, and it would end up on the floor. And then I'd say some bad words, and I needed something I could just reel back again. Lazy, I know, but... And trackballs, I just always liked the spin and go. The only thing you miss is there's no scroll wheel on this one, because this is like one of the original models, and they still sell these, because I bought a couple of them in the last 5 to 10 years. There's one on my desk at work. I like to use different things. It helps the hands not get. I'd like to think it reduces my chances of getting carpal issues. Is that I use different ones everywhere. Yeah, non-fam, it was really cool to see. And even though Neil Patrick Harris is an actor by trade and a good one, he was acting like a little kid about it. It was pretty funny a couple of times. It was really cool. And as a parent, to see his excitement when his kids were starting to see what they could do, that was kind of cool. So that's kind of neat. I thought it was good. That worked out really well. See? Yeah. I've also got a left-handed trackball, like the newer style that's a thumb. I can't get used to the thumb ones though, where the ball is like, it doesn't, my thumb isn't that detailed, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, this is perfect for me. So I hope that helped them too. All right, let's see where we go from here. Let's unearth the instructions that I've buried. Did we get all the parts? They even show the mouse pad in the parts list. I'm sure it's vitally important to this. Teflon tube and zip ties. I already got one set. That's a spare set of BTFE tubes. I did not see the acupuncture needle, but it's probably buried in there. It'll stab me at some point. It wouldn't be the first time. Oh, I'm glad he liked it. There's no food in here. It's not nom-noms. I don't know what that's for. Put 4 screws in the spool holder and realize the firmware cost issues. Yeah. As I recall, when I decided to buy this, they were still working on the firmware, so it may be a main drawback at this point, but it'll get worked out the next couple of days. Main reason I want to do this tonight is because this is day 30 of the Veda challenge by StreamYard to stream every day in April. And I wanted to do something kind of different, like cool on the last night. You know, working on some more graphic stuff really wasn't going to cut it for me. So I know, I'm the same way, Ryan. I'm left-handed too, but you know, because I do like support in an office environment. So every time I sat down at somebody's desk, I would have had to sit there and look even more like a bumbling idiot to try to use the mouse with my right hand that I wasn't used to. So many 30 years ago, I decided to just suck it up and learn to use the mouse with my right hand, and I always have. So I have a left-hand one because there was a while last year where my right hand was really starting to bother me. So I bought the left-handed one and tried that, and then I realized that I just don't have any skill with my left hand for drawing stuff. I have a drawing tablet too, but watching him struggle with this machine, yeah. I don't expect to get far tonight. If I get it together and the lights come on, that's probably, and we'll try and do a test print with whatever firmware is in it. If it slams the head into the bed because it's got the sensor turned on, then I'll have to install it. If not, it's not going on yet. I'm sorry to hear that. I feel like we should do a PSA or a GoFundMe or something now. Ryan can't click with his left middle finger. It's because it's too busy giving people the finger all the other time. It's used to being straight. That's the problem. Not bad. All right. Let's see what they want us to do with this thing. Get the stuff together. Sort out some screws. Get some tools out. Yeah, I think Jimmy's would be. Well, that's what that is. Okay, they got me on this one. Let's see that. Will that help or hurt it? What do you think? Okay, there's an acupuncture needle heat shrink to this by the looks of it. But other than supporting the needle, what do you think this round bar or pin thing is? Is that... It shows it. It just shows it as part of the toolkit. 1.9 millimeters, so it's not a really a filament path thing. Yeah, could be. Could be they use it for, include it for cleaning out the filament path. I don't know. I thought about that, but it must magically connect because I thought there'd be like a hole, like, you know, drilled or milled in the end of the rod to put the thing in. Like, where are you gonna have to stick the... Never mind. Where are you gonna have to stick the acupuncture needle? You know, 4 inches. I'm sure there's a website for that. But anyways, well, you can't put links in. Some of you can. I better be careful. But I know I thought that, but unless you just... No. Because unless you just slide the heat shrink on, but it's on there tight. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a magical spot. Here's a spare nozzle. Everybody makes a big deal about how big this nozzle is. It's not really... Is that not the... It's one of the standard ones. Like there's the E3D one that we all know. I forget what they call these. Not a Mark 8. Mark 8s are the tiny ones, right? But it's just the... It's got the same... It's not like it has the 2 holes from the 2 feeds coming in or anything. It's just a wider, fatter nozzle body than the other. I don't know. Before we get too far into this, check out the... can you see that? Check out this here. It's a 3D printed nozzle for the fan to blow. And it's just a little narrow opening in it. Like, the wind's going to be howling out of that thing. Because it's not a 1/16 of an inch wide, like thick. That would explain why there was a few people that had reprints of different nozzle setups for that. But, yep, a real wide heat block. Yeah, get that to focus on it. It's got a really wide heat block, double width, basically. I guess that makes sense. Thermistor on the side. Goes in the end. Heater. Interesting. Let's hope I don't have to take that apart for a while. See? Side heat block. Gotcha. All right. What else we got on this that's interesting? To the people that have seen these lots of times, or maybe not this one exactly. This is kind of neat. Somewhere around there. They've got like a daughter board for all the connections. I assume those are the ones for the 3D Touch. I was trying to think what they call theirs. Fake BL Touch. Their version thereof. Interesting. Single lead screw. Take out the foam packing that stopped it from vibrating. I'm sure it didn't. So she moves. I smack the camera again. Stay. All right, we're gonna use. I think this looks like a whole lot of screws and bolts, which is real nice of them to send, but I'm fairly sure the ones I saw, they used the smaller stuff, but stay. Yeah, I collect a lot of bags. Those are maybe. That'll be these. They have lock washers on them. Hey, 3D Jeff, how are you? Thanks for stopping in, man. It's on the main wiring harness. They're interesting. Look at these while they're down here. The filament sensor bolts on to the bracket where the motor is, and then it's on a reverse ball type thing to let it move around. Interesting. It works better than some of the ones I've got. Maybe I'll be getting unplugged. Gregory, is this printer worth grabbing? I don't know yet. This one being more than 2 years old, I would say this version is probably not the best value, but I don't know if their newer versions thereof have got better. Let's go to, wait, I got a graphic for this. Here's the stats on it. Oh, wait, like turn off the comment. Mostly super plate glass platform. That's what comes on it now. I think that's what that thing is. 200 by 220 by 220, 260. Current cost is about $250 US. I just did a quick search on Amazon and places like that this afternoon. Amazon Canada, it's just around 400 Canadian. I ordered it. I think I ordered this one direct from Geeetech back then. Geeetech, whatever they're called. Really should learn that. Like I say, it's been around a while. And the newest version, like if you go to the website, there's a link in the description, I believe. And it listed that they'd upgraded the board and some other things on it. So I hope that those things took care of it. If I remember right, the catch to this is that you either have to work at slicing, at adjusting the slicer settings to do the mixing the way you want, or they have some built-in stuff into the firmware to take any print you happen to be printing and say, make it 2 colors kind of thing and mix it how you want. I've never seen how that works like at the screen level. So that's one thing I'm going to learn. One of the reasons I wanted to play with it was I want to do some gradient top to bottom prints at the time. And then I went down the palette route and that doesn't even do that at all. So, as Eddie says, do you like great prints? If you do, buy something like a Mini instead, Prusa Mini. Prusa Mini makes nice prints. I've got a couple little issues that I want to work on. That might just be me, but generally, but to be fair, this costs what, like $250? A Mini starts at like $350-ish, right? Something like that, plus shipping, plus blah blah. These were brought out, this model anyways, came out when the Ender 3s were popular. This is just the clone clone of an Ender 3. How's that for funny? Clone of the cloners. But it I think if you're new to things, a mini is a good place to start. Now, watching this Joel stream earlier today, I was glad that NPH did his first out of the box experience there was a pre-assembled Mark III, because the frustration factor is very low at that point as an introductory machine. You know, I personally struggle every time I put together a mini with those little T-nuts that hold the base and the power unit, or the base and the control board box and everything together. I just can't get those things lined up every time, as we saw earlier this month when I assembled one here. But yes, yeah, it was a great stream today. It was really fun, informative, and it's always cool for those of us that have been doing this a while to see the excitement and the enthusiasm of somebody who's just discovering, and their brain is popping with all the things that they could do with it. So that's always kind of fun. And yeah, it was really good. Made me smile for a couple hours after that, so then I had a nap too. So oops. Forgot that was there. I don't use that one very often. Yeah, the base to Z on the Mini. Yeah. Well, the base to the Z, it's the pieces, the part where the box, you have to get it to the right spot. You have to kind of put things in and then slide it along. And it always seems like one of them goes too far and then get tilted back. And if you did them every day, it would be fine. But I just always can't figure out why they haven't found some little spacer or something to put between those two T-nuts in there to get you in the right neighborhood so one doesn't slide too far all the time. And you're going in blind through deep. Oh, anyways. Oh, did you see that? Probably did. It was probably off cam. Neat. Here's even their little attention to detail is good. Even their little cover the end of the, oh shit. Okay, this is even better. Check these out. Check out where it came from. It's over here. And instead of having one big one that covers this big, massive, what is that? 30-30? Am I going to really wind you guys up if I put one on different? Should I put it on that way so it doesn't match? No, I'll make them match. Oh, they don't match now. They're just put on randomly. Well, then we're going rogue, man. They're injection molded, but so they probably have a gazillion of them in a box. Just popped another one off. Almost had to fill the swear jar again. And I can see these not lasting long. If they make it through this. These are totally pointless anyway. I feel your pain, sir. I had to use my scanner recently, a 2D paper scanner, graphic scanner. I wasn't even sure where the scanner was. I haven't used it in probably 3 or 4 or 5 years, probably since I moved here, since I, paperwork to do with the house or something maybe. But so I was like, okay. And then I kind of stumbled on the scanner, not where I thought it was. And then I was like, okay, now where's the power for it? All right, and it was just a little wall wart, So yeah, and I found it, what, 2 or 3 days ago, finally. Found the little end caps, or you found the power supplies on your bathroom floor, both of which are interesting stories. All right, I get it. Good cover. I wouldn't have that excuse. I'd be like, yeah, I must have put them there for some reason. Set them down while I was going to another room. The extruder on what? I think I already know. Oh, the power supplies. You found the power supplies on your bathroom floor. That's awesome. Yeah, I kind of, you know, the little people that live in your house, the borrowers, they probably weren't, you know, moving those around. I think Mr. Mosier and I agree on this one. The extruder path on the Mini is not my favorite. It works, but let's go for okay, this is glass, so, but it looks like they've stuck the damn thing on there. That's unfortunate. It's that fake diamond paint on stuff. But yeah, that's not. Hey, we didn't get the mandatory scraper on this one. Oh, I guess you don't need it when you have the super plate. So patchy on your Mini and nylon ABS, polypropylene, etc. on your MK3s. Wow, awesome. Good job. I'm hoping to take one of my Minis and use it. My goal was to use it for flexibles, and maybe put a finer nozzle on it as well. But I'm not sure about that plan now. We'll see. Another upcoming video. Oh, that's the cable. I'm like, what's making that noise? Probably the cable getting crunched under there. I shouldn't do that. Okay, what's all this? Hey, well, they didn't give us good tools at least. They didn't give us any of these. XES. Man, almost. You can't see that. It says XES. I was going to say they spelled it wrong. But okay, so that's all right. Just making sure we get all the wires out of the way before I go flipping this thing over and magic. All right. Ow. I need those fingers. Check was quiet, I get worried. Don't forget, everybody, put hashtag stickers in the chat, and you too could win a set of 3 potentially limited edition They're limited edition. I'm going to print more of one of them for sure. A set of 3 NLTM limited edition stickers. Just put hashtag stickers in the chat. And there's not a whole lot of people here, so your odds of winning are very good. Ask some of the people in the chat that have won on previous nights in the last week. So we got the draw tool. All right. Sorry, the camera again. Oh, you can't see that one too much anyways. Try Krusty's idea when he did his. And the bees. Get it to fall off of it. Yeah, this works. See a flat surface to work on at least. If it falls over and goes boom, oh well. Oh, it's good for that, but what was what? Jeff says what was that? What was what? Did it make a big noise? I think I said any bad words. Not yet, anyway. Oh, the giveaway. Oh, sorry. Right across the bottom of the screen, there's a ticker going across. If you just go anywhere in the chat, type hashtag stickers, # stickers, you too could enter to win stickers. I will send them. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You got it perfect, man. I will send them anywhere in the world. Interesting. So theoretically, we've got one in that side at least. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, if it doesn't have one, it doesn't have one. Yes, even Indiana. Especially Indiana. Especially Indiana. That's not true, Mr. Mosier. It's too cold. All right. Well, we got those ones sorted in the right spot. Kind of. Oh, those ones are in too. Oh, it feels like it's going in. Good to see people getting in the sticker draw. And if anybody wants to jump on screen and join in and chat and stuff, let me know. I'll throw the thing in. You can jump in. It's easy. StreamYard. All right. Maybe this wasn't such a grand idea. Historically, we're all fans of Indiana once in a while. Once a year, anyways. Come on. So I have problems with threaded aluminum extrusion. I'd like to believe it's not my fault, but those ones are in there good. That one's not. We'll check these while they're right in front of me. All right. Got one big crunch in it there. That's unimportant, where someone skewered it. Big dent in it. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Auto cruise control was invented by a Wayne County resident. Cool. For many, 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 many years, my main interest in the state of Indiana was cars that go really fast in a rectangular shape track situation in a particular town. Not the ones without fenders either. Although I used to watch those too, I still do. But, well, that's interesting. Hope that's just sitting on. Yeah, it's just sitting on that. All right, that's better. I can't have another one that's not level. I'm gonna start to think this table's really bad. All right. To top down for a second. Get that out of the way. One of the first things on my list of things to update this with is this fan, the cooling fan for the power or for the main board and everything here is just asking for bits and pieces to fall into it and jam the fan or wreck it. Yeah, Winchester. Is it Winchester, Pennsylvania? I'm sure there's one everywhere. Indiana cruise control was tying the reins to the wagon. Yes. I will say that when I went on my first and so far only trip to Goshen, that seeing the buggies was just way cool. Like, we've got them near here too, not real close, but within a couple hours drive of here. But it was the best one besides the one tied up outside of a Chinese food place. And but my favorite thing though was going along one of the roads, and as I came up, there was a crossroad. They're all level crossings, right? And they were sitting there, and this was, we were sailing through it, whatever the speed limit is, 60, 70, whatever it was. Everybody's just flying along, and the cars were going along the highway were just spaced enough that I was thinking there's no mathematical way for them to make it across. traffic going both ways. Like to, you know, it's a lot to calculate. And horses don't, I didn't think, started and stopped on a dime. And I was coming along, and all of a sudden I saw them starting to move a bit. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to kill these people. And I lifted, and that thing went from 0 to fast enough to get across the highway, just like that. I was like, wow, that was impressive. But that, oh man, I'm going to be a statistic. And I asked a couple of guys, we went out to dinner the next night, I think, and asked them about that. Like, what happens if you hit one of those? And they said they're built, the buggies are built so well, it's like hitting a brick wall. Like your car is going to take a lot worse than the buggy is. It's like, holy crap. Plus, their kind of wheels will kind of fly pretty easy, I would think. Yeah, like not knowing which damn lane to be in. I hate roundabouts. Give me a stop sign, I'm fine. Give me a stoplight, I'm fine. Give me one-way stop signs. The main road goes through, that's fine. Roundabouts, I just don't get the... I don't understand the logic there. Almost like they were designed by, and the lobbyists from the car insurance companies pushed for roundabouts because they got to cause more accidents. I know I almost get more accidents on them. Roundabout's fine if you're from the area and you know which lane you have to be in to get to whichever of the 4 or 5 exits off of that circle that you got to take. But as soon as one person doesn't know that and they change lanes, it's not good. Use the 2.5 millimeter, which didn't come in this one. It did not come in that bag. These other ones. Stuff is organized well. Until I can't find the things I need right now. Is that those? Those 2.5s? 5x10s. That'll be these. I don't know. Roundabouts are relatively new here. Relatively new meaning the last 10 years. Maybe they started really. They put in a couple for a while, and they must have thought they did well. The other problem I have with them is that they always seem to be in places that are more rural than because there's no room in the city to put them in because everything's used up. But they put them in rural areas where there's not really great lighting at night. So you're kind of going around in a circle and hoping that nobody's going backwards. And a lot of the GPS software says, oh, just go left here. And you come up to the circle and it says, well, you're going over here. And it's like, just go left. Well, no, you got to go around to get there. So if you go backwards on the circle, it's not good. Luckily, that's former road product. I haven't hit anything yet. Okay. Use the high-tech little... another inch on this table would have been appreciated. That looks pretty straight. We'll find out in a minute. Smaller. New batteries in it. The upgraded flashlight. All right. Oh, that's the right spot. I can see it now. And my keys. All right. Okay. Now. All right. Let's get moving a bit faster here. Attach the PSU over here. Those 2 screws for this. Ah, there it is. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. And 4x20s, that would be these. Again, stay. Let's see that one. We're going to need the super light again. What we got? All right. Now let's put on the motors. Extruder 1 and 0. these sort of back on. All right. All right, I'll buy in. Okay, it's the filament detector. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I'll just put those so they don't fall off at this point. We'll center them later. The other one, the pieces that fell off. One teeny tiny, probably not best for this lock washer. That's what they included. That's what we'll use. Should be fine. Okay, motors are on. Some of the filament holders. Those are good, right? I remember some of the original drawings for this showed the filament holders being out like this off to the ends so that it didn't put the wobble in it this way, extra torque or extra weight bouncing around up there. Except then the filament path was really complicated. So I kind of like this idea better, where you put them in the middle and work your way out. I think that's a better plan. Just saying. I don't know whose video it was I watched a long time ago that there was debate about that. Yeah, which way I voted, but I need to go this away. One. Maybe they give you the extra nut for the end, and I'm like, I'm sure you can't use them. Yeah, there's doing something wrong. Off the super flashlight. Hopefully when my phone thinks it's time to lock for the night. The wide view is probably better for this part. It's just really that much to show. Chew the cords off. Alright, we got those. We got that. We got these. These will be going on that away. One. One. Put these on this way for now. Yeah. I would think that feeding this from like a rep box would be the perfect way to feed it. Rather than, I never really like putting extra weight on top of the frame. Just begs to have resonance issues and vibration, and leads to banding and everything else. So never a fan. Okay, let's almost. Use the high-tech method. Find the center. We'll mark it with a piece of tape. I'll look to parts I will put there. There we go. Perfect. Look at that, just like I know what I'm doing. These back. Move away. Time for a short reminder commercial. Anybody that's in the chat that hasn't done so already, if you type hashtag, man, there's just no way to hit this right, is there? Hashtag stickers in the chat, your name will automatically be entered for a chance to win 3 stickers. I will mail them to you anywhere on the planet. Off-world not included. This ain't Blade Runner. Some of the oil on these smells bad. Probably rancid. Okay. Let's line up one of these. Like that. Miraculous little things, those T-nuts, man. When they work great, they're great. That one slip into place. sure those are good. Just a little oomph. The ones they should put lock nuts on, or lock washers, might have been these. But we'll figure it out. Well, that was silly. I lined that bracket up with the tape. All that to put it on wrong. Tape not required. So that way you can't see if I didn't line it up quite right. Okay, let's get these moved in line. They only go so close. I guess that's where they're going to be. And there's this one is of the vintage where, and I don't know if they changed it later, where if you put some spools on the spool holder, they won't fit because they hit the motors. Spool goes on, it runs into the motor. So you have to make a little bracket to lift the spools up another couple inches. So I'm sure I'll be doing that eventually, soon. Okay, those are in. Let's put these on. These go. I'll show a good close up. Where are they? How's the ball down? I'm like, it seems backwards. It kind of has to, because otherwise it isn't going to line up. So, all right. That one. Keep doing it. I would just kind of think that would have been better hanging down, but I think they were already far along when they came up with that plan, by the sounds of it. Oh. These aren't going to fall it on their own. 3 times the length they need to be. Okay. Hold on for a moment. Okay. And sure we're good. Mount the motors, filament detectors, spool holders. Guess I'll put those on for now. So the spools in today's world fit over top of those, so. But it's just the confirmation. It fits all right. That won't hit. It'll be all right. What's that? We use the crap that came with it. Rep box. And you couldn't even see it. All right. Now they go off on a tangent telling you all about that. I don't see where they talk about this, so let's put it on while we're thinking about it. They don't anywhere tell you what to do with this thing. This is the floating bearing on the Z rod. Come on. How the heck are you supposed to do that? Oh, there it goes. Scare me like that. Exactly where it needs to be. It's kind of like, it's kind of eyeball it. Not be fair there. Maker Viking still here. How's Emer doing? Did I say that right that time? I thought I didn't say it right the other day. Oh, that'll make better. That one feels like it grips better. Emer. Luckily we can adjust this if it binds when we finally do get it to function. That looks pretty well aligned. All right. Pretty close. I looked up pronunciation and I tried. One day you'll have to be on here talking and you can say it 12 times and get me to learn how to say it right. I didn't know how to say it 2 E's in a row, so. All I know is I want to know how to say it before you release it to the public. And, you know, and then I build one. And then, but it'll be 2 years before I build it. I've been doing things lately. So. We've got time. Connect the other end of each Teflon to that. These will, if this thing does sort of what it's supposed to, these will probably be replaced with cap tubes, if for no other reason that they match the blue of everything else on it. There should be some cap tube kicking around. Strange, I don't see any. No, there's some in a plastic tote upstairs. I've been organizing things. Yeah, I saw your update on Twitter. It's a good thing, sir. Your design work is good. Interface. Wow, that's complicated. Say poke the tubes in. Connect your cable. Already did it. Blue side is the bottom side. Okay, power cable. It'll be interesting how that's going to work. Power cable. This OH. Polarized. XT60. It says. I guess that's what those are called. Yeah, those aren't coming apart easily again. Hope I got it in the right spot. Just over 1 meter tall. Use Eddie Mosher for a discount. Cool. Hold on. Everybody that buys cap tubes, use Eddie Mosher to get a discount. And I bought some on Amazon like a year ago. And I was thinking at the time, I'm thinking, these probably aren't legit. They came with a cap tubes sticker that matched the, like, close as I could tell, matched the sticker I got at Earth for Earth, and I bought some there. So that was pretty cool. Your new printer you're designing will be over 1 meter tall. Wow. I will have to build I will have to lower this desk to build that on camera, but I will do that. Or I'll just rearrange the desk so I can do it. 15% off with Eddie Mosher. Wow, that's worth using even. Cool. Everybody, get your cap tubes. They make orange now too, don't they? Bastards. Well, they made the pink and stuff and the black and that, I was like, and green I think they made. I was like, okay, but they're not making orange then. I think they made orange, so I really should order some. I know, Team Orange, hello. Gonna do the orange thing here. When they took that printer out of the box today, I was just glad that it was an orange version and not like an all black version or something. Just for me and the Prusa people. Prusa people, Prusa people. I've been called worse. Probably today. My coworkers probably weren't too happy with me today, but oh well. Connect the wires for the X stepper motor and end stop. cut those little fine wires. Those are the filament sensors. Those will be going up there later. Where is the XES one? This will be the Z one, I guess. And that's, why did they plug one in and not the other? Anyways. Okay, so are these the X ones? That makes sense, they'll reach. In there. And how the hell do we put it into that? Oh, it's in the end. Okay. Say, what? You built it in. Again, I'm a step ahead. Look at me accelerating. And stop in place. Okay, what else we got? Let's try and keep these in order now. Got the wire for the extruder, that one, and it's going to be sort of just hanging in space for now. This is no one's going to need my little There we go. Looks better. Those little retractable hangy things. Somehow. Fuel management is a step they never really get to in any of these. And then with the Z-axis stepper motor, which is this one. Side right. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, so this is the next step. Yep, Z-axis sensor. I was like, where's the wire for the Z end stop? It's over here. It goes down and underneath and up. It's designed to pain in the ass. Man, that is a stupid place to put it. Down so low, it's not the. Ultimately, I'm not going to need it, but get bypassed. And put the 3D touch thing on later. I hope it's not in the firmware already. I suspect not. Da-da-da. Okay, got that. Did that already. Skip ahead. Y-axis motor and end stop. One one's already in, theoretically. And the other one is gonna go there and keep that wire down out of the way. And connect the wires for extruder motors and the filament detectors. That would be all these. These wires seem extra long, do they not? Like, this is, even with some, it's a good foot longer than it really needs to be, I think. Yeah. We're going to say that E0 will be on the left, on the front. We'll just go with that for now. Luckily, changing it is not a big deal. We have to later. This little teeny, holy frail little thing this is. Okay, there's no way that's gonna. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Better too much than not enough. Yes. Yes, Jeff, I know. Except that then you have to kind of figure what to do with it all. I mean, it's not like the extruders are going anywhere. Like, you know, like, I guess you can run it over the other side even. I guess it's long enough that you can pull it all the way over here and tie it up out of the way, maybe. Maybe that's their thinking. I'm not sure. It just seems like kind of excessive. But what do I know? Obviously, I am not employed by Geeetech, because you'd think I'd learn how to say the name of the company by now if I was. All right. So got that kind of, sort of out of the way. All right, where are we at? We got those, got the motors. Now it says printing. It says load filament. Can't fight with the boss on this one. Let's give it a shot, see what we can do. So I'm gonna get the plastic off the front. Get her spun around so you guys can see what's going on with the little camera. That's right there. I really don't know what I need the clip for. This bag of screws was certainly spares. A lot of them. I need the SD card. All the spare tools out of the way. The bed seemed to be moving fine before, so I think the centric nuts are in a good spot for now. I don't see any significant leftover parts right now, so I got some PLA to try. We'll use it. Got the popular power cord. All right, getting close. Everybody knows that number. Starts with a 9, has a 1, and some other number. Ends up knowing my home address. Aren't here still, I don't think. Watch one probably does. I don't know if it's still here. Okay. Let's that so it's really got to get the USB cable extension to give me a feed on that. Go. Okay, here we go. Right, everybody likes. Still can't see it. That's interesting. How can this camera not see that? Because of the yellow and black? Well, that's unfortunate. Huh. Nothing we can do to that. So. No. Huh. Well, that's weird. Okay, we'll move this over here and use it as a print cam the way it was intended. That's enough for now. Printing. Load filament. Insert the filament. Well, let's look at the menus first. Don't get too carried away. See how good this is. It's been in a climate controlled bag. Still all right. We'll just use this up here for tonight. Goes in through the little. Wow. Okay, that sensor has got to be optical. There's no friction in it at all like you get with one of the ones with the limit switch style. Where do they want us to put it in? Oh, it's what reaches the printing head. All right. All right, let's take care of that problem before we get too far into this. Yeah, that happens almost every time. Let's use a use one of these. Tapered Reamer. What you do is you put it in the end of the Teflon that you're going to be feeding into. And what it does is it puts a chamfer on the inside of the tube. It helps do that. And it's really sharp on the edges. And I just put Teflon into it, which is kind of silly. But it just gives a little bit of a chance of getting in there better. Let's see how that works. No guarantees, but okay. Power, I know. But it... Oh, the camera? Okay, hold on. Now I'm hitting the end of the filament. Tube in. See how much better that went in? When we're doing twister and screwing around with it. This is just, you know, the usual problem of this. So, okay, the blue one's down to where the hot end is. Yeah, 60-degree router bit would work too. I had to go to an RC store to buy this years ago. walked around, looked at all the stuff, and went, yeah, I can't afford to get into this hobby. And I was like, as I'm in the store, there was the only guy working the counter was busy with somebody else, and these were locked in the glass counter. So I was talking to him, and he was talking to another guy, and they were going on and on and on. So I just walked around the store and looked at all the stuff, and then I was like, oh, I can make this for that, and I can make this for that. And I was like, okay, I got to get out of here, or else I would have come home with another few $100s worth of hobby that I don't have time for. That'll work. That tube's been in there once, and you can already feel where the teeth are gripping it on the first try. Come on. Oh, it's not even a resealable bag. Just kidding. But yes, I will try that, Jeff. You meant put the camera up above it more, up above the display. See if we can get a better angle. I will try. I'm not using those. Okay. That would be pretty ironic if the stuff that was in a sealed bag was brittle. But no, it's just held its own pretty well. Prints or not. One of the few times you'll see me use samples, that's for sure. Straighten it a bit so that we're not fighting it on the way in. Comes. Okay. We're rocking. Put the SD card in. Oh, there was even a little desiccant bag in there. It says it's ready. Card in the slot. Card inserted. Okay, I'm going to try the, as he suggested, I'm trying not to take you along for the ride too bad. I'll get it close. Get a steeper angle on it. See if we can. What is I run out of cord after a while. But let's just see if we can. Not that one. The other side camera. I have little buttons on the Stream Deck, and I haven't changed the icons yet. No, we're still. What if we, other idea? Well, this camera just does not like that. That's all there is to it. No. It just does not like the yellow. Perhaps later there will be a way to dim down the brightness on that. Going to be in here. Well, I guess that's what we're living with. Darn it. All right. Lights back on. Nice that there's an app for these ones. The other big lights didn't have an app. That makes it way easier. That was worth the extra money right there. Sorry, Jeff. Good try, though. Thanks for a good suggestion. It's your basic Marlin part. Oops. All right. We've got okay. It's man, I don't like these ones where I like to kind of hold them from the back when I do this, and to push the button with my thumb, the knob with my thumb. And I know that's my problem, not theirs, but okay, let's try and auto home this puppy and let's see what happens. Ready, set, break. Looks good. I good once I figure out what to do with all these cables that are in the way. Probably could have looped them over the top, but square up there. Theoretically, it homed. And then it says disable the motors. What's that for crooked now? What cable am I sitting on? I know it doesn't matter for this, but I got to pinch something where it's not supposed to. Nope, still not right. Nope. That's the way it goes. That's where it is. You live with it rocking a bit. It's not on that. Well, okay, let's okay, they're disabled. Now it'll work. Critique my bed leveling skills. No, you can't because you can't see it. This is like playing Twister. Up. Come on, the nut's gonna fall off. No. Oh, there's springs in there. They're just little Mickey Mouse ones. Okay. Oh, that's why. We're off the edge of the bed. To manually move it. How 2 years ago? Over there. Yeah. It's okay. It's only going to last a few days, hopefully. Oh, that was neat. It's rubbing. Slipped. Close enough. We'll go with that. Put the instructions. Tell me what to do next. Did the paper thing. Print from SD card. Really already? I haven't even tried to heat this thing up yet. I think I'm going to run some. Well, I guess I can't really, can I? I guess I'll figure it out. Let's just follow the instructions. So I don't think anywhere it told us to do any temperature, test the. Funny when it says, when you feel obvious friction, leveling for each position is okay. They're doing that step. They added that later. In red, it's important. Mr. Colorblind. It says it's going to start to print. We haven't pushed any filament through it yet, so let's just follow the instructions and see where we get to. Print from SD card. Lizard and a dog. Let's do the lizard. I know what it comes out like. It's a 2-color lizard. It should kind of be a challenge. Think the dog. Which one do you want to do? Lizard or dog? Taking votes for another 30 seconds, and then I'll decide. I'm going to wear out the click wheel here. StreamYard needs a poll app as well. Jeff says dog. Dog is now winning. I think the dog is, I believe it's a blended one, so should be a good challenge. Okay, dog going once, going twice. This is a good time for a commercial. If you haven't done so already, put put hashtag stickers in the chat on whatever platform you're on, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, to get a chance to win stickers. I will mail them to the winner wherever they are on the planet. Okay, so far dog is still winning. Dog it is. I know as soon as I hit go, somebody will come back and say lizard, but okay. We haven't purged any plastic yet, so this will be interesting. E1 is heating. E1 is only aiming for 195. That should be a struggle down here because it's cool down here. Not real bad today. I think the heat was on again today. I've already had air conditioning on once this year for a few days. Ran almost all day to cool this down. It was almost 80. And I'd been in my office where it's really warm that day, and I walked out in the hallway and it's like, it's bad everywhere. So, and I can't really get a cross draft in this house at all, so there's no windows in the front of the house that open. So, looks like the bed is aiming for 65, so that would kind of make sense. Yeah, I really don't like this cable stuff. I'm going to have to look at what to do with that. I think just one of those little, I don't know, there's got to be some way to beat this. I'm not going to stand and hold it all the time, that's for sure. check some people's stuff on the web and see how they routed their cabling to make it work better. Because when I make the little bracket to lift the spools up another inch, that would be a good place to put a hole in to put like a zip tie or something to hold the cables up. Just kind of catch them in the middle. Can't see that. I'm looking the wrong way. I mean, we're at the end, so this is like, you know, this is the way it's supposed to work now. $94. I'll do play-by-play for you, or because I'll stop. $193. Can't do that voice. Sorry. $195 on Extruder 1. The bed is at 63 of 65. Oh, it's going to start printing something. Interesting. Be sure there's not much coming out yet. There is nothing coming out of there yet. Oh, okay. So one is on the left, so I guess that's different. But there's no plastic coming out. I'm pretty sure our dog was going to start out blue and end white, but dog ain't printing nothing yet. Because, oh, there's some coming out now. Can you guys see that? If we can. I'll knock the camera for a spin when it's done, but fortunately it started with blue on black, so. We're going for first layer height. Not that it'll matter pretty soon, because once you get to layer 2, first layer height don't matter. Looks like it's a little bit close in the right corner, but we're going to leave it alone for right now. Weird that they didn't do a purge on the didn't get you to purge first. Hey. Eddie just ordered some caulking to seal his rep box. Notice I always say caulking and not, or caulking, depending on how I tend to pronounce it at that moment. So, okay, this is a naive, unfamiliar with all the geography of your country thing, but I assume Texas is equally as humid as Florida is, or at least close to it, being near oceans and warm. Like today, when Joel was doing his little talk there about how to store the filament, I could just hear everybody going, no, do it this way, do it that way. But I know when he first showed his big long wall of filament shelves when he did his shelf video, shelf bracket thing. So wow, you're only behind Jacksonville. Houston's the second most humid. Wow. Okay, then yeah, you want to seal that puppy up good. Like, I didn't bother buying the sealing kits and everything for my rep boxes because it's not a huge problem here. Like, I probably end up with maybe, I've got some filament, kind of like Joel, I left it out for years. It just sits there in the print room, and I have a dehumidifier in that room, but I've still had a couple of spools go a bit brittle. It depends on the filament more than anything. But, you know, some of the stuff, like when I did that dinosaur that I really want to get finished, some of that filament was literally 5 years old, and it had been stored in a Ziploc bag, but I'm sure when I first got it, it sat out for quite a while before it ended up in a bag and got put away. This is important stuff. So Eddie says, with his house sealed and running upstairs and downstairs AC 24/7, it's 54% humidity inside of the rep box. Wow. I'm bad at knowing what stuff, like taking the numbers of temperature and humidity and what it feels like. The only thing I ever remember is 23 degrees Celsius and 50% relative humidity is muggy to me. We used to have a place I used to work 30 years ago, had a conditioned room for doing textile and paper testing, and that was a testing lab. And they had a room that stayed constantly at 23 degrees Celsius and 50% relative humidity. And the women that worked in that room all the time had lab coats on because they used to be chilly. And being that I carry more extra insulation than they were, I'd walk in there and I just feel just on the verge of sweating just from the higher, like 50% humidity. So, but my room there stays, I don't know, I'd have to check the app. I've got a little puck in there that tracks it. We've got time. Let's not leave that out without a cap on it. That's just kind of asking for trouble. And I have no idea how long this is going to take, but I certainly want to put a camera on it and watch it. Can't believe nobody's made a proper Wisecam mount. The ones I've got for the minis and the Mark III are just awesome. It's on the printers.org site. It's probably my favorite. It just clips into it's over here. I'll probably just put one on here. Just clips into the channel over there and just hangs there, and then just point it where you want. I'll probably put one on here. I know I'll have to paint it or print it in blue. Luckily, I got some new blue Pexi I can use to test it at the same time. This is printing at a pretty good clip. I don't know if anybody noticed, but this is printing pretty fast for a test print. Often test prints, they slow them down so they print nicer. These guys seem to be proud. Let's see if I can find that temperature so I can say the right number and not be totally wrong. What's that thing called? Usually when I have to look it up, I have to go look at it and see what the name of the company is on it. This is where some fan just kicked in. Yeah, it's kind of noisy. Inside of the box, it's roughly humidity level of Toronto in the summer. Thank you for making it relative so I can understand it. Ironically, Mississauga, suburb of Toronto, is where that lab was. Never gonna find that now. It'll be my homework question. I have to find there it is, sensor push. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Vince had to make a run. How's it going? It is printing. We voted, and it's printing the dog model. There was a dog and a lizard, and I've seen the lizard. It's a 2-color with a purge block. I believe the dog, the prints I've seen of it are a gradient going from number 1 to number 2 kind of thing. And so it's starting out at blue, and we've got some white filament, just samples that came with it because I kind of didn't expect it to work. Okay. Right now, well, I just turned it on. See if it can load the sensor data from the next room. It's Bluetooth-ish. I know it's real slow. That's what I remember with it. Okay, it looks like the room roughly runs from 34% relative humidity up to 43. Averages out at 39 in there. And just going to switch to the top cam for a minute. Okay, it should focus there. There's temperature at the top. And that's just the heat or the air turning on. And then the bottom is the relative humidity. So that's what that room's like. And I don't remember what the settings are on the dehumidifier in there. It's one that'll do like half my house by the specs, and it's doing a room that's like, 8 by 10. Yeah, it's a tad overkill. But it was on sale the day I bought it, and I got the next size up for the same price. So I hope your run was okay, sir. But yes, it's printing. I don't know if you've done it yet, but this is a good time for another giveaway commercial. I'm getting behind. But anyways, if you're interested in winning some really close-up stickers, just put hashtag stickers in the chat on whatever platform you're on, and you too could win stickers, limited edition NLTMW sticker set, 3 stickers. I will send them by post, by Canada Post, anywhere in the world. I know, man. So you're sealing up your rep box, putting safe humidifier in it that's plugged in. Wow. Yeah. Like, is your biggest problem with humidity like nylons and PETG and stuff? Your PLA should be pretty okay, shouldn't it? I found PLA's more forgiving these days than it was a couple years ago, but in higher humidities it may not be. And yes, I know you're still, I'm sure you've been staying up late and checking your mailbox every day. I will send the first batch out next week sometime. I got an Etsy order that the guy gave, the post office wouldn't send it, so I'm waiting for him to get back to me, make one trip. And I wanted to get past today being the end of the 30-day thing, so I want to make sure that I get all the ones for the end of this sent off first, in the first batch, and then it'll just be every week or so I'll send out whatever, depending on how many streams I do. But they will be going out. I've got several hundred of each, so I've got lots. And I have envelopes, and I'll have to buy stamps when I get to the post office. Really? I never thought that PETG was that hydroscopic, but a few months ago now, I had a roll that had been in a bag, but I know that it was out for a couple of weeks, probably just sitting on the table in there. Like right now, there's tons of PETG. There's probably 20 spools of combination of PETG or PLA just sitting out in that room, and they managed to stay pretty okay. But I had one that was pretty bad. That's in the. I've got a pile to run them in the dehumidifier cabinet thing, the food dehydrator. But I haven't run it for months. I just kind of pile them up until I need to do it. It seems to be doing a nice job. Like it's not lifting or anything. It seems to be stuck to their super plate pretty well. That's kind of all right. That's in there all right. I just messed that up by doing that. I didn't see any weight come through when I pushed on it, so. Well, I think I'm going to call this in about 8 minutes. So we'll do the draw in about 5 minutes or so. And, oh, I have a question. Is anybody able to tell if this is running, outputting at 1080p now? I converted up to the bigger plan yesterday. Thought I'd celebrate the end of doing this for a month. And upgraded to the 1080 edition of StreamYard because I wanted to start doing some software kind of demo-y things. And in ZBrush and stuff, you're going to have to be able to see the menus, the text on them to describe what I'm doing. So thought it was time to make the jump. Not that I probably should have done that at the beginning of the month, but you know, I'm not that smart. I'm doing some infill. Wow, this thing really sings. You have 1080p, cool. Because I just want to know. I don't know if it's worth it really, but I was like, hey, what the heck? I'll try it for a while and see what happens. So I cost like another $10 a month on top of what I was paying now, I think, or something. Now, whether it looks any better in 1080 than it did at 720, and I can output to 8 different. I think it's 8 different places now. Hey, Mr. Daniels, how are you? Part of this is Michael Daniels' fault. Just kidding. He's the one who introduced me to StreamYard. Thank you. Yeah, I'm on day 30 of their beta thing, sir. So we're printing stuff, man. Put the printer together and it's actually squirting plastic out. And I was 50-50 that it might not. So when I took it out, it's been sitting in the box for 2 years here. Over 2 years. Yeah, it's hard with the main cam now because it's, if we go back to here, depending on what it happens to be focused on right now, it may make it better. I thought, why not give an extra $10 a month or whatever it is. Here's your scary cam. Probably not good to see that up close. And that won't make any difference at all. I think that's only if that's 720 off that feed off that camera, I'd be shocked, but didn't do the top thing. Yeah, can't see much here either, but I don't remember what the setting is on that. Because when I set all this up a year ago. I need some words on there so I can get it focused better. I think it's doing all right. No, I'm not buying any more cameras. Damn it. This setup down here started with, well, the original plan was to use my Nikon, which does not have clean HDMI out, so that went out the window quick. And 2 Logitech C920s. That was the original plan, 2 cameras. And then it kind of just kept going. And then I sent one of my C920s to my oldest son in Toronto at the beginning of last year in March, so he could do some streaming and some video stuff, because the camera on his Mac was not good at all. I think it had had a rough life before he got it. And so I've got the Panasonic Lumix G7, I think it is. It was kind of like one of the popular cameras to have at that time. Now it's Sony's more than anything. Back then it was that, and it does okay. It does the job. Yeah. Yeah, there's some really nice cameras out there, but by the time I bought that, and then I bought the 16 millimeter is it lens for it. It was the darling lens of everybody at the time. And yeah, it's nice because like when I use that camera, you know, like it's the background's kind of blurry a bit. You know, you get the bokeh effect. It's all right. I don't know if it's even focused right now, but you don't need to see me anyways. But it's all right. Yeah, like, you know, I'm not producing, you know, ABC TV quality content here. Most of the time I've got too small a view on things, and it's getting there. And this close-up cam is just a cheap webcam that I bought on Amazon last year when the prices just started to come back down out of the atmosphere where they were. It was like a $50-ish cam, I think. I can't remember. Something around there. About the price that C920s used to be is what this was, 50, 60 bucks. And I bought it just so I had an extra camera. And I wanted to use it as my wide view camera back there. But it sucked because the quality of the camera isn't good. But it's nice for this because it's got the manual focus ring on it, so I can, which I have to put a handle on or something. But it does the job. So when we go to it, you know, it does all right for a cheap webcam. But its depth of field is pretty shallow, so you gotta kind of jumps in and out. But it's all right. But I like the manual focus on it, and it's doing the job. Saved me another $100 of buying a bigger one, almost $200. So yeah, that's what we run so far. Well, if anybody would like to win stickers, put hashtag stickers in the chat wherever you are, whichever platform you're on. You're gonna move soon? Or is that when you move someday? I started carving this out of the end of the rec room to start, and it's just kind of stayed here. All I've done is pulled farther from the back wall to give me more room to move behind the desk. Used to be the desk was back close to the wall, and I've just pushed everything back farther. But it needs a total gut rewire, move the wiring around, make it so I can walk behind the camera over there, behind the TV and everything a little bit better. Soon. Well, that's interesting. That'll be good. Part of me would like to move just so it would force me to sort through a bunch of the crap I have and get rid of it. But that would be a huge project, and I don't want to do it, so I don't plan on moving. You're renting now? don't know what are housing prices like down in your area. Up here, they're just stupid high. And since the pandemic, it's got even worse here. Because I live an hour from Toronto, hour and a half, somewhere in there, hour and a half from downtown. So with everyone starting to realize that they might have the option to work remotely at least part of the time, there's more people trying to move down here. It used to be people lived here, stayed here, that were born here, and then seniors came down here from Toronto a lot to get away from the high prices in the city. They'd sell their $1 million house in Toronto, come down here and buy a house for $250,000, gut it, and still bank, $500,000 to retire with at the end. So it was a good business plan. But I'm just watching to see if it's taken any white yet. It's slowly mixing in white at this point, I believe. Yeah, really slow. I wasn't watching I believe the mix is, I'll post a picture to Twitter. How smart would that be? Those are probably blurry, but I'll put those on Twitter. Right there. All right. We're already up to 8%. It's interesting. Shows you the mix as it's going along. That's kind of cool. Probably won't see it till it gets to 50%, but it is slow of white. So anyway. Well, that's good. If you can get into a house at a reasonable price. I mean, my gut feel has always been that if you can, like around here anyways, the price to rent a single family home, you could probably, with a low down payment even, you could still probably make mortgage payments on 2 houses for that same amount of money, roughly. So I know back when I used to rent 20 odd, almost 30 years ago. Yeah, it was 30 years ago. That's 29. So 30 years ago. And when we went from renting to making mortgage payments, it was about equivalent then. So, and then your bills were a little bit more because we were paying everything then. And I don't even remember what that house cost. But this one was at least twice that. Well, about twice that, I guess, because this was $235 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. So just before I started 3D printing, and right around that time, and yeah, it's about that. And this one is almost doubled in 5 years. Houses in this neighborhood are selling similar to this, with not a whole lot of different upgrades done to it or anything, are selling for mid fours to high fours right now. It's just nuts. But we're at 9%. All right, I better get some sleep tonight. Okay, nobody else can enter the... Yeah, there's periods where, for various reasons, renting makes a lot more sense. Kind of like cars, you know, get a lease on a car or buy a car. It depends what your situation is and how long you want to stay in an area. And no, I mean, I've been pretty lucky that the houses I've owned, I'm thinking three houses, this is the third one, have all gone up in value. This one probably the most, just because of the exact timing of it. But yeah, it just doesn't matter. It depends what point you're at. Okay, let's go. We've got 2 people in the draw, so this is a good time to be in the draw. Oh, one again. Okay, we've got 2 whole people. Good luck for winning the stickers, everybody. All 2 of you. I don't remember who the 2 are, so this will be fun. Hitting the draw button. It's Vince and Jeff. Vince and Jeff. And the winner is, drumroll sound, some kind of fanfare, 3D Medic Vince. Congratulations, sir. Thanks for your support. You've been here almost every day this month. That's awesome. Maybe every day. Pretty close. I haven't been taking attendance. It's just a mental guess. 50-50 chance, man. Try again next time, Jeff. There will be a next time. Not sure if I'll stream tomorrow, but probably Sunday. Tomorrow's a busy day for stream stuff. So congratulations, Vince. That's good. You know the drill. DM me your address, and I will get those out to you within the next week, whenever I go to the post office next. We're locked down here, so we're only supposed to go out as needed, but it'll be sometime next week. I'm really hoping I can get that Etsy order straightened out so I have to refund it. But I've left the guy 3 messages now, and he hasn't got back to me, so I'm just going to refund his money. Because when Canada Post looks at the postal code and says, we can't deliver this, and I said, well, can't you just send it anyway? She goes, yeah, but if they can't deliver it, they will send it back to the post office, return to sender, and I have to pay return postage on it at normal rates again. I'm like, let's say no. Because if they don't know where the postal code is, it's not going to get delivered. It's just going to get there. The post office close to there is going to go, no, we don't know where that is, and send it back. It's going to cost me another $10, $12 to get it back. Yeah, remember that stickers, man. You'll be in next time. Let's go back to the big view for a minute. This is the part where we do the, so sad. I want to say thanks everyone for stopping in and joining in the chat and keeping me company while I work on this. And I really appreciate it. Everybody's been here over this last month. Thank you very much. Thanks to StreamYard for doing this challenge, beta 30-day stream every day challenge, because it kicked my ass into gear and made it so that I would actually do this again, and I've enjoyed it. I've got some projects done. I got this to work actually, which is now I'm gonna have to do more to it, of course, but you know, that's okay. More video. So I'm gonna print some pieces and we'll do some upgrades supposedly on this. A few things I want to do, but to make it usable and safer to use. Cover that fan vent a bit. But anyways, thanks everybody, and I want you all to be safe, and remember to never let the machines win.